What's up, Cowboy guys, fans? It's JJ here. I haven't made a few videos in a couple weeks. Actually, I did make one post Packer game, pre-Giant game, right after they fired Wade Phillips, and for some reason or other it didn't upload, and just haven't had a chance to make another one. So I did try to put a video out. Um, I I want to start off with the Jason Garrett conversation here. I like what the guy did his first day on the job. Show up early, guys. You're gonna be in pads today. You know, let's make some of these guys accountable for what they're doing on the field, and that's what he's doing. That's what I've been preaching. We needed fundamentally sound players, and we have the talent. We just need they just need direction. Yeah, it's sad to say, they're professional players and they need direction, but that's the truth. They need direction. And Jason Garrett, he's coming from that Jimmy Johnson area, and he's got a little, I see a little bit of that Jimmy Johnson. He's a no holds barred guy, and he's not going to take no crap, and it's going to be done his way or no way, and I like that. I think that's what they needed. You know, me, Lizzie, Evil Ducky, we had a discussion at the bar one day about when they hired Wade Phillips and how I like Singletary, and they didn't like the way Singletary would call out players, and our players need to be called out. Players in general need to be called out. If they're screwing up, they need to be held accountable for what they're doing. You know, if you show up to work and nobody says anything to you, you're gonna show up to work late again. I mean, you're gonna show up to work late again. No, if nobody's gonna say anything, you're just gonna keep doing it, and that's what was happening to our team. Now, I'm not saying they were showing up late for work, but they weren't showing up, and nothing was being said to them, and that you could see that on the field, that they weren't showing up. They were just taking practice as whatever, because their coach was like whatever, with his Winnie Pooh attitude, as everybody was saying, and that's the way our team was approaching that, and they weren't being held accountable for for the way they were playing. And I mean, look at the Packer game. Look at Mike Jenkins whiffing on a tackle, or whatever that was. And then last week, you see him sticking his head in there making tackles. You know, Jason Garrett's making them play for a job. You want a job, you're going to have to play for it. You're going to have to earn it, and that's what they're doing. I got Miles on again this week. I had him on for the video didn't show, and he had a big game. So I'm gonna wear him again because I think he's gonna have a big game. Um, I also like the fact. I mean, I've always said this. I love Marion the Barbarian, but he's just not the Barbarian lately. And Felix Jones has been getting his reps. Hold on, guys. Their ESPN has got a little bit of Cowboys going on here, talking about spoilers. And but Felix Jones, he's been getting the job done. He gets about 5 point whatever yards a carry. He's also a threat out of the backfield for us, and he's a broken tackle or a block away from a big play every time. And that's just the way it is. And you got to put your this is a business, and you got to put your best players on the field. And I feel Felix Jones gives us a better opportunity than Marion Barber. Also, Lynn Pascaloni, or however you say his last name, the guy that's stepping in as defensive coordinator. I like what you're doing with the defense. Our secondary is not the best defense. I mean, not the best secondary. They're all right, but they're not the best. And I like how you're doing they're talking about right now the cover two. That's why I'm mentioning it, because I noticed it the Giant game that they weren't playing a lot of man, which was good, because what was happening was our defense kept getting exposed to the deep plays, the big plays, is what was happening. Yeah, we're still able to rush D. Ware and Spencer and those guys, but with our secondary, we have to help with those guys, and I think they did a pretty good job of that last week. They cut some of the big plays out. They had a few big plays, I think, but not as many as we've been giving up. So I like what he's doing, and what else? There's so much. I mean, we still got a long ways to go. We still got lots of improvement to do. And again, I like what Jason Garrett's doing. He, he's one of those guys. Maybe he can work with Jerry Jones. He played under him before. As a player, he was a player there, as everybody well knows, and as a coach the last 3 years with them. I'm sure he can deal with Jerry. I'm sure he knows how to handle Jerry, and that's what we need, a guy that can do something there. Would it be great to have a Bill Cowher or something like that? Sure would. Will that happen? Probably not. So why not promote somebody within the organization that knows how to deal with Jerry? Because everybody, Jerry's not easy to play for, to coach for, to anything for. He demands a lot, and he sticks his nose in there sometimes when he shouldn't. When he shouldn't, when he should let his coaches coach, and let his personnel do what they're supposed to do. Our drafts after Jimmy Johnson left, our drafts sucked. After Parcells left, back in the toilets. We haven't hit a good player since Parcells was in town. So, Jerry, why don't you just step back and let your personnel make football decisions? You sign checks. That's what you're there for. Sign the checks. That's it. Now, on to this game. Can we get 2 in a row? I think we can. I really think we can get 2 in a row. Will it happen? Yeah, I think it will. We got a good chance against the Lions. Lions they're not like the old Lions. They're actually improving. Not vastly, but they're improving. We have to run the ball. We got to get that balance. Our defense has got to play well, like they've been playing well. What else? They've been playing well. And oh yeah, I remember what I talked about in my video, the one that didn't happen. I was talking about Shengo's video about trading Romo or not trading Romo. I got to hang out with Shengo at the Giant game 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed talking to the guy and hanging out with him. And I enjoy his videos. He makes very detailed videos. He makes knowledgeable videos. But let's get real. We're not going to trade the house for a slew of draft picks. It's just not going to happen. We're not going to trade Tony Romo for draft picks. They're not going to drop Igor Olshansky for what? Yeah, he's been making some stupid plays, but you know what? He's been a solid player for the guys. And I've been criticizing the guy for the way he's been celebrating when we're getting smoked. Yeah, has it been boneheaded? Yeah, it's been boneheaded. Should we drop the guy? No. And you guys talking about waiving Mike Jenkins because the guy basically has been a knucklehead on the field, not off the field, mind you, on the field, just doing stupid things on the field. The guy was a Pro Bowl player last year. Pro Bowl player. Remember that. They're not easy to come by. Pro Bowl cornerbacks aren't easy to come by. If we release that guy, who are we going to have to fill in? You guys think about this stuff before you say it, or you just saying it out of the top of your heads? Who are we going to have to replace him? Anyway, we need to improve our offensive line, our secondary, and I think that's the 2 biggest holes in our game, our team. But anyway, I'm out. Peace.